Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Textbooks are a great resource for us as far as learning is concerned. They are an important part of our life, an important part of our education. As a medical doctor, we have to read hefty books, huge books, multi-volume books. Over a period of 4.5 years, we have to go through such a tremendous study material. With every passing year, it never decreases. It keeps on adding up to us. Though we have always been told to read the textbook, but it is seldom taught to us as to how we should read the textbook. Reading a textbook is always an art. Textbook is not a piece of newspaper. Textbook is not a blog. Textbook is not an article, or textbook is not a self-help book. It's a specialized piece of material that needs to be approached in a specialized manner. In this video, we'll be dealing with some of the important stuffs and the difficulties that the students face when approaching their textbooks and reading them and covering them, recalling them, remembering them, and ultimately forming a resource out of whatever they have learned. So first and foremost thing about any textbook is know your goal. You should know how you will be tested in this book. Whether it will be an objective type question that will be asked, whether it will be an MCQ, whether it will be a long answer question, whether it will be a brief answer, whether it will be a true or false, it all depends upon your understanding of the textbook thoroughly or the chapter thoroughly before you dive into the reading. Look at textbook not only as a book but as a resource to help you learn. The second important method is look at the table of contents. They are very important and seldom used by us. Table of contents give you a very good idea as to how the structure of the chapter or the textbook is being laid out. Don't just glance at it once and forget about it, but instead you should be very familiar with it. Keep checking back and rereading every time you start a new section. That will help you understand the organized skeleton of that textbook. The third important tip is about the reading proper, the reading strategies. This will have 4 important steps. Number 1, pre-reading. Number 2, read the summaries. Number 3, take notes, and finally review whatever you have done. So the first is pre-reading. In this pre-reading, skim through the chapter very quickly. Go through the titles, the sections, the subheadings, the boxes, the flowcharts, the diagrams, all of that you have. Don't think it as a waste of time. It is basically the most proper way in which you will be priming your brain for that chapter. It will basically enhance the way you learn and make your reading more efficient and more effective. The second thing, read summaries. Summaries are often overlooked, guys. They are generally there in the beginning of the chapter or maybe in the end. They are in the form of a box, maybe in the form of highlights, some bullet points. They are extremely important to understand. They are basically the key concepts summed down and chiseled down by the author himself, giving you an idea about the most key concepts in a chapter or in a section. The third is take notes. When you are in the class, you will be taking some notes. There will be a separate lecture on how to take notes. We'll not go into the details of taking notes at the moment. And finally, coming to the last part, that is review. In this section, we have to understand, guys, that exam require 3 main stages of study: understand, learn, and apply. Though the word looks very simple, but it's very crucial for building up your memory and your topic. You cannot just go through a chapter without understanding a concept. So there is no point in just mugging up the words plainly without understanding or getting a grasp of the concept. And the process of understanding begins in the classroom. Then it extends in the form of short guides, maybe the notes, the video lectures that you may refer to, some of the internet articles that you may refer to on the subject or topic. You can also ask your seniors, your peers. Whenever you are not understanding a concept, you can also take help of your teachers so as to understand the concept first thoroughly. If you understand the concept properly, you'll be able to memorize it properly. The second step is learn. It's a very common occurrence, guys. When we are reading the textbook or any concept is being taught to us, we just nod in approval. When we read, we understand everything and we are of the impression that we know the concept. But what happens is, when an exam question is asked on the same topic, you are plain blank. You are unable to put the concept in the proper words because you have not learnt it properly. Though you have understood it, but you haven't learned it yet. So what you need to do is understand the concept properly, that is the basics of what is going to be asked and how it is going to be asked in the exams regarding a specific topic or a chapter is concerned. And finally, apply. That means moving from knowing the information to using the information. This is one of the most important part of any learning, or you can say any professional learning. If you don't know to apply your knowledge is incompetent. Your knowledge is not consolidated as far as understanding and learning is concerned. But once you are done with it, you'll be able to apply it. And this is how you get quizzed in the exam many times when application based questions are asked to you from the same textbook that you have read. So that is how you approach to a textbook as a specialized material with a specialized strategy. Hope this video has helped you and hope this will improve the reading of your textbooks. Hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.